Picture this. It's 3 a.m. You are deep in the best sleep of your life, dreaming peacefully when suddenly, bam! The midnight zoomies begin. Your cat is bouncing off the walls like a tiny furry ninja, screaming at ghosts only they can see, and eventually landing squarely on your chest. You lie there in the dark, gasping for air, and you can't help but ask yourself, does my cat actually love me, or are they doing this on purpose to punish me? Do you ever think your cat is just completely broken? Or maybe, just maybe, they are using you as an oversized, slightly bald servant who provides premium canned food? Well, cat moms and cat dads, you are not alone. Today we are going to dive deep into the mysterious, hilarious, and utterly confusing mind of your feline overlord. We are revealing 8 secret, undeniable signs that your cat secretly considers you a great owner. Yes, even when they knock your favorite mug off the counter while looking you dead in the eye. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how much your little tiger truly loves you. Grab a cup of coffee, secure your breakables, and let's get into it. Oh, and before we start, drop a comment below and tell me, what is the name of the furry hooligan ruling your house right now? Before we decode these secret signs, we need to talk a little bit about where our cats come from, because it explains so much of their ridiculous behaviour. Let's be honest, dogs are pretty simple creatures. A dog will look at you, wag its tail, lick your face, and explicitly tell you, "I love you, human." Cats? Not so much. Cats are the cool, introverted teenagers of the animal kingdom. You have to earn every ounce of their respect. To understand this, we have to look back at their wild ancestors. Unlike dogs, who hunt in packs and thrive on social hierarchies, cats are naturally solitary predators. They are the lone rangers of the desert. In the wild, showing vulnerability or overt affection could get a small predator killed. So they evolved to be stoic, mysterious, and highly protective of their personal space. Fast forward a few thousand years, and now these fierce, independent desert hunters are sleeping upside down on our laptops and demanding treats because they saw the bottom of their food bowl. They haven't completely lost those wild instincts. They have just adapted them to indoor life with us. This means their ways of showing love and appreciation are incredibly subtle, deeply instinctual, and sometimes wonderfully weird. They aren't trying to be mean, they are just speaking a completely different language. So, let's translate that language right now. Sign number 1, the intense stare and the legendary slow blink. Have you ever been sitting on your couch, totally absorbed in your phone, when you feel the intense weight of 1,000 suns burning into the side of your head? You slowly turn and there it is. Your cat is staring at you. Not just looking, but staring deep into your very soul. Unblinking, unflinching. For a second, you might actually wonder, is this it? Is this the moment they finally enact their master plan to take over the house? We've all been there. It can feel super creepy, right? But in the world of feline psychology, a direct stare in a relaxed environment is actually a massive compliment. In the wild, direct eye contact between predators is a challenge. But when your cat does it while lounging on the rug, they are observing you because you are the center of their universe. You are their safe space. So instead of being freaked out, you should feel incredibly honored that this tiny apex predator finds you so endlessly fascinating to watch. But the real magic happens when that intense stare turns into the famous slow blink. If you are watching your cat and they slowly close their eyes, hold them closed for a split second, and then lazily open them again. Congratulations! You have just received the ultimate feline compliment. Zoo psychologists often refer to the slow blink as a kitty kiss. By closing their eyes in your presence, your cat is willingly dropping their defenses. They are saying, "I trust you completely, human. I know you aren't going to attack me while my eyes are closed." It is a pure, unadulterated sign of vulnerability from an animal that is hardwired to always be on high alert. The best part? You can actually talk back to them. The next time your cat gives you a slow blink, don't just stare at them like a deer in headlights. Soften your gaze, look at them lovingly, and slowly close and open your eyes. It might take a few tries, but when they blink back, you will feel a deeper bond with your cat than you ever thought possible. It's like a secret handshake for cat parents. Moving on to sign number 2, the aggressive headbutt, also known as bunting. Let's set the scene. You are trying to drink your morning coffee, or maybe you are leaning down to tie your shoes and suddenly, wham! A furry little bowling ball smashes its forehead directly into your nose. Or they rub their face so hard against your shin that they almost knock themselves over. We call this a headbutt, but in the cat world, this behaviour is known as bunting. And trust me, it is one of the highest honours a cat can bestow upon a human. Why? Because it's all about scent. Cats have specialised scent glands located all over their bodies, but they have a particularly high concentration of them on their heads, specifically on their cheeks, lips, and right between their ears. When your cat aggressively rubs their face on yours, they aren't just trying to bruise your nose, they are actively transferring their unique pheromones onto your skin. By rubbing their pheromones all over you, your cat is effectively claiming you as their property. In their mind, they are putting a giant, invisible stamp on your forehead that says, "Mine. This human belongs to me. All other cats back off." It sounds a little possessive, and let's face it, it is. But it's also deeply affectionate. Cats only mix their scent with members of their inner circle. In a colony of wild cats, they will rub against each other to create a unified group scent. This makes everyone smell the same, which creates a sense of safety, family, and belonging. So when your cat headbutts you, they are officially inducting you into their family pack. They are looking at you, a giant, clumsy, hairless creature, and deciding that you are worthy of carrying their distinguished family scent. You aren't just their owner, you are their family member. So the next time you get a concussion from a loving cat headbutt, just remember to say, "Thank you." Of course, cats don't just reserve bunting for your face. They will headbutt absolutely anything they deem important in their territory. Have you ever tried to send an important text message or scroll through social media, and your cat suddenly materialises out of nowhere to aggressively rub their cheek on the corner of your smartphone? Or maybe they do it to your laptop screen right in the middle of a serious Zoom meeting. They know exactly what they are doing. They see that you are paying a lot of attention to this glowing rectangle, and they decide, well, if the human likes this thing, I better claim it as mine too. It's their way of incorporating your favourite objects into their safe zone. Yes, it's incredibly annoying when you end up with cat hair all over your screen and a typo in your boss's email, but it's a profound sign that your cat considers you a great owner. They want to be involved in whatever you are doing, and they want the whole world to know that you and your phone belong to them. Sign number 3 brings us to the most dangerous and glorious trap in the feline world: exposing the belly. There is nothing quite as cute as walking into the living room and finding your cat sprawled out on the rug, lying flat on their back, with their fluffy little belly completely exposed to the heavens. It looks so soft. It looks so warm. It looks like an open invitation for cuddles. When a cat rolls over and shows you their stomach, it is a monumental sign of trust. Think back to those wild survival instincts we talked about. A cat's belly is the most vulnerable part of their entire body. It houses all of their vital organs. In the wild, exposing the stomach is incredibly dangerous because it gives a predator a direct target. Therefore, a cat will only ever show their belly in an environment where they feel 100% safe, and to a creature they implicitly trust. If your cat does this around you, they are saying, "I know you will protect me, and I know you won't hurt me." You are doing an amazing job as a cat parent. But wait! Before you dive in hands first into that glorious fluff, we need to talk about the belly trap. This is a mistake almost every cat owner makes at least once. We see the belly, we interpret it like a dog rolling over for belly rubs, and we reach out to pet it. And what happens? Instant regret. The cat turns into a furry bear trap, wrapping all four paws around your arm, biting your hand, and kicking you with those powerful bunny legs. Why do they do this? Did they change their mind? Not at all. The thing is, showing the belly is a sign of visual trust, not an invitation for physical contact. Your cat is showing you trust from a distance. When you touch the belly, you trigger an involuntary defense reflex. Their brain screams, "Vulnerable spot is being attacked, defend!" So they bite. To be a truly great owner, you need to respect the boundary. Acknowledge the belly. Maybe give a slow blink, but keep your hands to yourself unless you have one of those rare, magical cats who actually enjoys a belly rub. If you do, consider yourself the chosen one. Now brace yourselves for sign number 4, because this one is, well, it's kinda gross. It's bringing you gifts. Imagine this. It's a beautiful Sunday morning. You wake up, stretch, swing your feet over the side of the bed, and step on something cold, wet, and squishy. You look down and there it is, a deceased mouse, or a giant half-chewed bug, or if you have an indoor cat, maybe it's a heavily slobbered-upon toy mouse mysteriously placed directly inside your favourite shoe. You look up in horror, and there sits your cat, looking incredibly proud of themselves, waiting for a thank you. While finding a dead insect on your pillow is enough to make anyone scream, you really have to look at the intention behind the act. Your cat is presenting you with a highly prized possession. In the cat world, catching prey takes a massive amount of skill, energy, and patience. Giving up that hard-earned catch is the ultimate sacrifice. But why do they bring these disgusting treasures specifically to you? The zoo psychology behind this is actually hilarious. In a natural cat colony, a mother cat will bring dead or injured prey back to her kittens to teach them how to hunt and to make sure they eat. By bringing you a gift, your cat is essentially treating you like a giant, incompetent kitten. They watch you struggle to open a can of tuna. They've never seen you catch a single bird. And they've concluded that you are a terrible hunter who is going to starve to death without their intervention. They love you so much that they are taking it upon themselves to provide for the family. It is a massive insult to your survival skills, but it is also a beautiful expression of deep care and affection. They consider you a vital part of their family, and they are taking on the role of provider to keep you safe and fed. It's weird, it's messy, but it's pure love. So how should a great owner react to these wonderful, horrifying gifts? Whatever you do, do not scream, yell, or punish your cat. If you scold them, they will be deeply confused and hurt. In their mind, they just brought you a 5-star gourmet meal, and you are acting like a crazy person. Instead, you have to play the game. Even if you are dying on the inside, give your cat a little praise. Tell them they are a fierce tiger and a wonderful hunter. Then, wait until they look away or leave the room and quickly dispose of the gift in the trash. If your cat brings you toys instead of real prey, make a big deal out of it. Throw the toy for them, engage in a play session. By accepting their gifts graciously, you are validating their instincts and reinforcing the bond between you. You are confirming that yes, you appreciate their hard work, and yes, you are the best cat parent ever. Sign number 5 is a classic, and it's one of the most comforting sounds in the world. The biscuit factory, otherwise known as kneading. We all know the drill. You finally sit down to relax, you pull a soft blanket over your lap, and your cat immediately jumps up. They get this focused, trance-like look in their eyes, and they start rhythmically pushing their paws in and out against your stomach or legs, alternating left and right. Sometimes they purr loudly, and sometimes they drool a little bit. We joke that they are making biscuits or kneading dough. But this quirky behaviour has incredibly deep roots. Kneading is an instinctual behaviour that starts when they are tiny, blind little kittens. Kittens need their mother's belly to stimulate the flow of milk while they are nursing. It is a behaviour associated with ultimate warmth, safety, perfect satisfaction, and a full belly. When your adult cat climbs onto your lap and starts making biscuits on your legs, they are regressing back to that feeling of absolute kittenhood safety. You are providing them with the exact same level of comfort and security that their mother did. They literally view you as their surrogate parent. It's the most adorable thing ever, right up until they start using their claws. Because let's be honest, an aggressive biscuit-making session can feel like tiny acupuncture needles piercing through your sweatpants. But remember those scent glands we talked about earlier? Cats also have scent glands located deep between the pads of their paws. When they need you, they are physically embedding their scent into your clothing and your skin. They are getting comfortable while simultaneously marking you as their territory. And of course, as a great cat owner, you know the golden rule. If a cat is making biscuits on you, it is completely illegal to move until they are finished, even if your leg is falling asleep. And we can't talk about kneading without mentioning the beautiful symphony that usually accompanies it, the purr. The purr is the feline equivalent of a human smile, but it's actually much more complex than that. Sure, cats purr when they are happy, relaxed, and feeling loved. But did you know that purring is also a biological healing mechanism? Cats purr at a frequency between 25 and 140 Hz. Scientific schools have shown that sound frequencies in this exact range can actually promote tissue regeneration, reduce swelling, and even help heal broken bones. It's basically a built-in magical healing vibration. Have you ever been sick in bed with a terrible cold, or feeling really sad, and your cat suddenly comes over, lays directly on your chest and starts purring like a rusty chainsaw? They aren't just doing that for themselves. They can sense that you are unwell or upset, and they are literally using their superpowers to try and heal you. If your cat tries to purr your pain away, you are undeniably a great owner in their eyes. Let's move on to sign number 6, which is universally understood by cat owners everywhere: the bathroom escort. Before you got a cat, you probably enjoyed basic human privileges, like closing the bathroom door and having a moment of privacy. Well, say goodbye to that forever. If you have a cat who truly loves you, you will never pee alone again. The moment you walk into the bathroom and click the door shut, the panic ensues. You will hear a frantic meowing, the scratching at the wood, and then the classic move. 2 little paws aggressively reaching underneath the crack of the door, desperately trying to find you. Finally, you give up, open the door, and your cat struts in, rubs against your legs, and sits down in front of you, staring at you while you handle your business. It feels like an extreme invasion of privacy, but to your cat, it's a matter of life and death. So why is the bathroom such a big deal? Once again, we have to look at wild instincts. In nature, animals are most vulnerable to predators when they are eliminating waste. It's a dangerous time to let your guard down. Because your cat considers you a part of their family, they view it as their duty to stand guard while you are in a vulnerable position. By following you into the bathroom, they are literally saying, "Don't worry, human, you do your business, I will watch the perimeter for enemy attacks." They are acting as your tiny, fluffy bodyguard. Furthermore, cats are naturally curious and territorial creatures. Closed doors are deeply offensive to a cat's sense of ownership. They need to know what you are doing in their territory at all times. So, the next time your cat insists on sitting in your pants while you're on the toilet, try not to be annoyed. They are just taking their job as your protector very, very seriously. Sign number 7 is all about location, 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 where they choose to sleep. You can go to the pet store and spend $100 on an ergonomic, memory foam, heated, ultra-plush cat bed. You can place it in the sunniest corner of the living room. And what will your cat do? They will sniff it once, climb into the cardboard box it came in, and go to sleep. Or better yet, they will completely ignore the box and decide that the best place to sleep is directly on top of your face at 4 a.m. If your cat consistently chooses to sleep on you, or pressed tightly against your side, you have officially succeeded as a cat parent. Cats sleep for up to 16 hours a day, and when they are asleep, they are vulnerable. Choosing to sleep on or near you means they trust you with their life while they are unconscious. There is also a very practical reason they love sleeping on you: body heat. A cat's normal body temperature is higher than a human's, around 101 to 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Because of this, they are constantly seeking out external heat sources to help maintain their temperature without expending energy. You, my friend, are a giant, walking, talking radiator. When they curl up on your legs or sleep on top of your head, they are absorbing your body heat. But it's not just about warmth, it's about the emotional bond. They could easily sleep on a warm laptop or a heating pad, but they choose you. They want the warmth combined with the rhythmic sound of your heartbeat and the familiar scent of your skin. It reminds them of sleeping in a kitten pile with their siblings. Your presence provides them with a deep psychological comfort that no expensive pet bed could ever replicate. This leads us to a widely recognized medical condition among cat owners, known as cat paralysis. It goes like this. You are sitting on the couch, and you suddenly realize you need to get a glass of water, or maybe you really need to use the restroom. But just as you are about to stand up, your cat jumps onto your lap, curls up into a perfect little croissant, and falls fast asleep. Suddenly you are trapped. The law of the universe dictates that you cannot, under any circumstances, disturb a sleeping cat. So you sit there for another hour, dying of thirst, holding your bladder, scrolling through your phone until your arm goes numb. Why do we do this? Because we know what an honor it is. When a cat chooses your lap, they are giving you a 5-star review as an owner. You are warm, you are safe, and you are loved. Breaking that trust for a glass of water just feels wrong. If you suffer from cat paralysis on a regular basis, your cat definitely thinks you are the greatest. Finally, we reach sign number 8, the upright tail and the feline greeting. If you want to know how a cat is feeling, you don't look at their face, you look at their tail. A cat's tail is essentially a mood barometer. An aggressively swishing tail means danger or annoyance. A puffed-up tail like a bottle brush means extreme fear. But what about when you come home from work? You open the front door, and your cat trots over to you with their tail held straight up in the air, pointing directly at the ceiling. Sometimes the very tip of the tail will be slightly bent over, forming a shape that looks exactly like a little question mark. If you see this, you should be smiling from ear to ear. In feline body language, the upright question mark tail is the friendliest, happiest greeting a cat can give. This tail position means they are genuinely thrilled to see you. It's the equivalent of a human waving enthusiastically from across the room. Often this happy tail is accompanied by a delightful little sound called a trill or a chirp. It sounds like a cross between a meow and a purr, a sort of burp noise. Cats almost exclusively use this sound to communicate with humans they love and respect. They don't use it with other adult cats, and they certainly don't use it with strangers. When your cat greets you with a high tail and a happy trill, they are saying, "Welcome home, my favourite giant. I missed you, and I am so excited you are back to open the cans of food." It is the ultimate validation that all your hard work, patience, and love have paid off. You aren't just an owner, you are their best friend. You have cracked the code of feline affection, and you are officially a great cat parent. And there you have it, fellow cat servants. The secret code of feline love has finally been cracked. Now you know exactly what is going on inside that mysterious, fuzzy little head of theirs. The next time they aggressively headbutt your coffee mug, bring you a terrifying insect from the basement, or trap you on the toilet, you don't have to wonder if they are broken. You can just smile, knowing that in their own weird, slightly chaotic way, they are screaming, "I love you!" Sure, they might act like they own the place, but deep down they appreciate everything you do for them. Being a cat parent isn't always easy, but earning the trust of a creature so wild and wonderful is the greatest reward in the world. If your cat does any of these 8 things, you should be incredibly proud of yourself, because you are officially a great owner. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. If this video made you smile, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more crazy cat psychology, and share this video with another cat lover who needs a laugh. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 8 signs does your cat do the most? Let's talk about our furry weirdos in the comments below. See you next time.